In the comment section of our last episode, I noted that an American user said they would never know freedom. Is that really the case? I've really done my homework on that topic. In summary, the freedom in China is more philosophical. It focuses on social connections and is based on human decency. While in contrast, America's freedom is more rebellious. It focuses on individual desires and is based on human weaknesses. First, America's freedom originated from struggles and battles against colonialism and slavery, for example. It is probably related to the fact that people involved have never enjoyed any real freedom in their history. This has made them very sensitive to what they consider their freedoms. For example, many Western media covered protests in America against the imposition of face masks. To a great extent, those involved are actually protesting against interference in individual freedom on the part of government. In contrast, in China, freedom is more like a philosophical state we pursue. It's a result of a magical coexistence between Confucianism, which encourages benevolence and courtesy, and Taoism, which pursues detachment. So people will do what they wish without crossing certain boundaries. Secondly, America places individual freedom and rights first. They do help each other, they do work hard, but individuals come first. That is an absolute. In China, it's simply not possible to talk about freedom without considering the groups a person belongs to. It's more of a trade-off. For example, if I choose not to wear a face mask during the pandemic, I will alarm the people around me. And if I get infected, I may infect others and add to the medical burden. In this case, I would rather sacrifice some of my own freedom to protect the greater freedom of others. Thirdly, Americans believe that humans are born sinners. Chinese believe in natural kindness. As a result, Americans are skeptical of the intentions and motives of others, whereas the Chinese are more likely to believe that their leadership is acting in their best interest. So when there's a requirement for face masks, an American will probably question first whether this represents an intrusion of his or her freedom, while a Chinese will probably think, wow, this must be a scientific way to protect myself. Both Chinese and Americans value freedom, but both have their own definition of what it means. We cannot, in the guise of universal values, judge something against our own standards, regardless of the other's intrinsic features. Such a one-sided approach means that the value is no longer universal. What's your take?